The numbers are now enormous. Typhoon Haiyan has displaced at least 800,000 people. All the damages is making relief efforts difficult.
Kentucky senators are drawing attention from Washington as Rand Paul has been named as a possible 2016 presidential candidate, and Mitch McConnell continues to challenge Obamacare.
And while freedom of speech is at the foundation of our country, some people on UK's campus may be taking that right a little too far. All that and more as UK Student News Network starts now.
Liar. You're a liar!
Hello and welcome to UK Student News Network Live at 4. I'm Chanel Perry.
And I'm Chris Scholes. The president of the Philippines now says the death toll has risen to over 10,000 from the typhoon.
Victims' bodies have been littered on the streets as cleanup continues in this small Asian country. The United Nations says that the typhoon had winds in excess of 200 miles per hour and displaced some 8,000 families from their homes.
What hampers the effort is that the typhoon wrought havoc on the power lines and also the communications facilities, giving us immense difficulty in identifying needs and thereby dispatching the necessary relief supplies and various equipment.
The best way is to provide a monetary donation through www.redcross.org or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or by mailing a check to the Lexington Red Cross.
On the White House watch today, Kentucky's two senators are speaking about the ongoing presidential administration and the possibility of heading up the next White House. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul has been named a possible Republican presidential candidate for 2016. Although Senator Paul hasn't declared his candidacy, he certainly was acting as if he were on the campaign trail.
All the things I'm for, on taxes and regulation and balanced budgets, I don't think any of that needs to be watered down. This is what I hear from, whoever the establishment is. They're like, oh, you have to water down all your message. You dilute it and be more like the Democrats to get more votes. I don't think you have to do that. I think all of that message is popular.
Senator Paul said he won't make a decision about a presidential run until next year. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is again calling for a repeal of the Affordable Care Act, citing that its recent string of insurance cancellations is happening because of President Obama's health care law.
This is a serious problem that the President and congressional Democrats need to do something about. The obvious answer is repeal. But in the meantime, the legislation offered by Senator Ron Johnson would help Americans keep the plans they have and like. If the President and Senate Democrats are serious about helping the millions of Americans who've unexpectedly lost their insurance over the past several weeks, then they should support it.
Senator McConnell faces re-election here in Kentucky next year against Democratic candidate Allison Lundergan Grimes, as well as a primary challenge from Louisville businessman Matthew Bevin.
A huge airline merger to tell you about. American Airlines and U.S. Airways have gotten the final clearance they need to merge. The airline announced merger plans in February. They've cleared the last hurdles with the Justice Department. The deal should be finished sometime next month. You won't notice any changes right away. If you're holding future tickets on either airline, you're fine, and you won't lose any frequent flyer miles. Most of us have done it. Left our car unlocked while we pay and pump our gas. But if you don't have all your valuables on your side as you're doing this, then you are making yourself a target for theft. They are called sliders, and they are here at work in Corbin. According to reports in the area, they pull up to an unaccompanied car in the pump and slide in, stealing whatever valuables they can before you drive off. Women are especially vulnerable because they often leave their purses in the car while pumping gas. Unfortunately, as we enter the holiday season, Lexington police say they do expect these types of crimes to increase.
Freedom of speech is one of the most critical and basic aspects of the First Amendment. Many campus organizations over the last week have been vocal and upfront against Christians and more specifically Catholics, Pope Francis, and their religious values. Most organizations over the course of the week have been rallying outside UK Student Center, expressing their thoughts. Now, protests have stopped as of yesterday at the Student Center, and there has not been any reported anti-Christian outlets since that Monday afternoon. Students at UK are outraged that the year after people tell them to tell them on campus. Elizabeth Sue has the story.
Free speech or hate speech? Should people yelling at students on campus be protected?
If you sit every day, you're in great danger. Great danger.
If everybody liked what you said, why would you need freedom to say it?
Shutting them up would be worse for this university than students feeling harassment.
Located in front of the Student Center and on the way where students go to class, people use this area to talk about everything and anything. Today, virtually all colleges have a designated free speech area on campus. These free speech areas arose from student protests in the 60s.
I think having a designated area for free speech is kind of limiting.
Welcome to Preach Here Today, but you have to go where the college wants you to be.
I'm not going to the practice field, sir. I don't need your permission to be here. This is a public university.
I understand.
So everything you're doing is unconstitutional. You realize that.
Today, actually, our freedoms are being taken away from us.
Don't be a drunkard. Don't be a liar. Don't be a thief. Don't be a homosexual. Should I keep on going?
The easy way is to say shut them up. The American way is to answer them.
I don't want it. What a liar. What a liar. You're a liar. What a liar.
They take advantage of this right. And I believe in sticks and stones do break bones.
Sometimes I felt like someone's just stomping on my heart because I want to compel people and have them come and listen to the message. It's about a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. These others, I feel like they may be slamming the door.
A flagship university like this one is about free thought, about encouraging people to examine ideas and expressing them.
If there's a hellfire awaiting sinners and I keep my mouth shut, I don't love them.
There's no guarantee that speakers get protection, and UK campus police do get involved when the physical violence from either side happens.
All right, thanks, Liz. Coming up, find out why a sport that is normally seen as graceful can be also dangerous. That and more in sports when we come back.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
The UK men's basketball team lost its first game of the season in the Champions Classic at the United Center in Chicago. The top-ranked Wildcats fell to number 2 Michigan State Spartans 78-74. MSU raced out to a quick 10-0 lead in the first half as Kentucky never led in the game. UK would tie the game with just over 6 minutes to go at 63, but the Spartans went on a 5-0 run to extend the lead, which they couldn't relinquish. Julius Randle led Kentucky with 27 points and 13 rebounds. Kentucky returns home to Rupp Arena on Sunday to play Robert Morris at 7 o'clock. Over to women's basketball, UK hoops soared over Georgia Southern this morning with a score of 103-38. The Cats thrived on both ends, forcing 35 turnovers and shooting 51%. Bernicia Pinkett scored 19 points, while starting guard Cassine Evans added 15 points. Men's soccer opens postseason play against number 27 Old Dominion in Conference USA tournament. The game kicks off at 5:30 p.m. tonight in Charlotte, North Carolina. The women's soccer team has been selected to host its third straight NCAA tournament game. The Cats will host Ohio State in the opening round of the tournament on Friday at 7:30 p.m. at the UK Soccer Complex. This is the UK's third straight season hosting the opening round of the NCAA tournament, which sets a new program best. The team will head to Los Angeles and face number 2 seed UCLA if they can come out with the victory on Friday. Also back in action Friday is the UK cross-country team, who will be running in the NCAA Southeast Regional Championships in Charlottesville, Virginia. 3 of the Wildcats were honored with SEC honors last week, including Callie McCumber. McCumber was named first-team All-SEC for the 2nd consecutive season and has been placed in the top 10 at every race she has competed in during the 2013 season. Also honored was Matt Hillenbrand and Cassidy Hale. UK's volleyball's very own Annie Thomason was awarded Southeastern Conference Player of the Week after her record-breaking performance against LSU last Sunday. She began the first freshman in program history and second in UK Allure to tally 30 or more kills and 20 or more digs in a single match. The Cats are back in play Friday night against Mississippi State in Starkville, Mississippi. From the court to the sand, these unique athletes represent UK in a unique and sometimes dangerous way.
He spooked at something and his hind end slipped out from underneath of him. He fell over and I slammed my head against the ground and the inside of my helmet actually shattered. But I got a concussion and I couldn't remember anything from a month ago all the way up through that entire day.
Lucy Hart is a member of the University of Kentucky's equestrian team and has been a rider all her life. She's known about the risks and potential dangers of riding, but after her recent accident, it put it all in a new perspective.
I was really scared. I wasn't sure if I was going to get my memory back. I wasn't sure what kind of memory I was going to have. I could have had short-term memory loss for the rest of my life. That made me panic.
For the UK equestrian team, taking care of 35 riders can be a difficult task. But after cutting down the team from 65 this year, they are taking extra precautions to make sure each and every rider is safe.
We make sure, first of all, that everyone is on a horse that they're capable of riding, so we wouldn't put them on a horse that isn't at their level.
Aside from that, we just make sure that their lessons are safe and that they're not doing things over their ability level and over the horse's ability level.
Safety has become the team's #1 concern this year. The first-year head coach is now making sure riders are fully prepared before they enter the arena.
We can't go to the gym to work out to train the same muscles that you would on a horse. So you kind of have to go out and practice and practice and practice, and it's all on an animal. It's not running laps or running or getting physically fit. You have to be physically fit, but you have to be fit while doing it on a horse.
Although they can't guarantee a rider will never get injured, proper conditioning will better prevent from any potential accidents. The equestrian team is a year-round sport, and now that winter is here, the team is conditioning indoors, which is not heated. They definitely have to love what they do in order to just do that.
You are not kidding about that. So, will the freezing cold weather stay with us, or are we going to see snow in the near future? Find out next. Evan's in with weather.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until there's no secret that makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this year's
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Brenton Ward joins us now with a look at the weather.
Bren, it's been freezing cold this week. What can we expect for the weekend?
Well, surprisingly not that. So let's just take a look over here. And as you can see outside, it's pretty sunny today. It's actually all the snow that was here this morning is all gone. It's 40 degrees, sunny skies, pretty clear skies, and 0% chance of rain today. And that's actually going to continue to tomorrow and tonight. 27 degrees tonight, clear skies, and again, 0% chance of rain. And then tomorrow is going to be again sunny, 0% chance of rain with a high of 54 degrees. And then on Friday, it's going to be 55, mostly cloudy, so a few clouds are going to get in there. But again, 0% chance of rain. And then on the 5-day, as you can see, it's pretty much sunny and warm up until Sunday, where you might have a little bit of rain.
Absolutely. Nice to see that it's going to be beginning to warm up a little bit, because it feels like we went from summer right into winter.
Yeah,
no
and
spring.
then winter disappeared again, so maybe it'll come back. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Never know.
Thank you
a lot
so
of
much.
Big events too.
Thank you.
One actress is going against the skinny body figure norm of Hollywood and is trying to send an important message to her fans. Entertainment is next.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah. That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Some serious topics in the entertainment world today, including stalking and body image.
Kelsey Winslow is in the studio to bring us what's up to date. Kelsey?
Actor Alec Baldwin's accused stalker speaks up in court. An iconic piece of daytime television is coming to an end, and Jennifer Lawrence talks body image and Hollywood.
Actor Alec Baldwin took the stand in his accused stalker's trial in New York. A Canadian woman faces 23 counts of harassment and 1 count of stalking. According to multiple reports, Baldwin became emotional when talking about how the defendant allegedly showed up at his home the same day he proposed to his now wife. He denied they were ever lovers. The woman, Genevieve Sabaran, shown here earlier this year, loudly interrupted court proceedings more than once by screaming at Baldwin that he was a liar. Daytime soap opera All My Children's run on the internet has apparently turned out to be short-lived. Actress Debbie Morgan, who plays Dr. Angie Hubbard, confirmed online the iconic drama would not return for a second season on the internet. Between decades on ABC and the 1 season online, All My Children ran for 43 years. And Jennifer Lawrence is speaking out about body image and Hollywood. Lawrence is the star of the eagerly anticipated second big screen installment of the Hunger Games series, Catching Fire. An interview with the BBC, Lawrence said she didn't want her character's on-screen figure to be too thin to promote a realistic image for young fans. To drive home her point, she said,
a lot going
quote,
on in Hollywood
Kate Moss
this
running
week,
at you
and
with like a bow
things
and
for
arrow
Alec will be
wouldn't
working out.
really be scary.
Absolutely, we hope so. Hope for the best.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that does it for us here at UK Student News Network. I'm Chanel Perry.
And I'm Chris Scholes. For Kelsey Winslow, Brenton Ward, and all of us, thanks for watching and have a great night.